What's up, guys? We're down here at Protector Brewery with Sean Haggerty, a guest that we had in the Scuttlebutt Show. How's it going, Sean?
It's going amazing. How you guys doing?
We're doing excellent. How's it going, Van?
Doing good.
We're having some beers, and we're going to talk about what Protector Brewery is all about while we visit the brewery. So, Sean, what are we drinking here?
So what you'll have the Pineapple Grenade Double IPA, 10% beer. We put about 2 pounds per barrel of pineapple into it, so you can taste the heat, but it's got this awesome like tropical punch to it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. What are you drinking?
So this is our Juice IPA. This beer has been our #1 selling beer. It's got Simcoe, Chinook into it, so you get this like awesome like punch of hops, but when you take a sip of it, it's not so bitter on the back end. We actually cut it. It's about half as bitter as a West Coast IPA.
Okay, so if some of the Scuttlebutt Show fans come down to Protector, they should try the juice.
I would recommend starting with the juice because it's about 6.3% ABV, and then they can kind of, veer off into that. We also have a very diverse portfolio of beers, but that one is like, it's delicious, man. Like, it's so good.
Everything here is really good. I've been absolutely floored by the quality of the beer, and you know what the best part about the beer at Protector Brewery is? Sean will tell you about this in a second. It's organic. So everything's organic, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, everything is USDA certified organic. We're the only organic beer company in Southern California.
Wow.
And we entered the market and everybody was like, well, so why are you doing organic? Is it like a marketing ploy or anything like that? We're like, honestly, no. I mean, we really do believe in organic. And I just saw a post by Michelob Ultra. They're doing a beer made with organic barley. We support anybody who's transitioning to become organic. And it was what we truly believe in. But also, too, there's about 100 restaurants or grocery stores that are focused on organic between here and LA, so there is a need for it.
That's great.
Yeah.
So Sean is a Navy veteran.
Navy veteran.
You want to tell us about your Navy service?
Absolutely. I joined the Navy in 2004, wanted to be a SEAL. Was lucky enough to get in, go through boot camp, go through A school, showed up to SEAL training. I was able to make it through the first time. Bloods Class 255.
One and done.
One and done. I was definitely not the most stellar performer in the class, but I did the deed and got it done. When I got through, became a SEAL, went to SEAL Team 3, did 3 deployments to Iraq with them, came back, became a SEAL instructor, that whole Hell Week portion of SEAL training. Then I finished off my career, went to SEAL Team 5, made Chief, did 1 more deployment, came back, and then finally took the step out and transitioned out of the military, did an MBA, and at the same time, we bootstrapped this company and this idea.
Tell me about how you decided that you wanted to be a brewer, and the first beer you ever brewed.
Oh man, it's a good story. First, so I was doing these deployments to Iraq, and as you guys know, you really can't have alcohol in a combat zone. And we were 3 months into a 6-month deployment. This is my 3rd deployment to Iraq, and we were in Ramadi. And finally, we were on this reverse sleep schedule. We were doing direct action raids at night on high-value targets, in and around Baghdad. And then we were sleeping during the day, so my circadian rhythm was all messed up. And finally, after 3 months, we got back from this mission. I was like, I don't even want to get drunk. I just want a beer, to relax. And that's where the idea, spurred out of my head. I was like, how about I just make it? So I bought this awesome book. Like most brewers out there, home brewers or, business owners, brewers in general, it's called How to Brew by John Palmer. It's like an introductory book for home brewing, very detailed. Bought that, shipped it over, started reading it because I had friends and family ship me out hops and malts and yeast, but it takes a couple weeks to get out to an APO address. So I started reading about it, fermented it in a 5-gallon batch, boom, brewed the first beer in Ramadi, Iraq, and then I fell in love with it. I was like, this has got to be it. Okay, my transition plan from being a SEAL to my civilian life, it took me a solid 7-year plan from 2010 to 2017 when this company actually opened.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So Sean, where are we? Where is Protector Brewery?
We're here in Miramar, California. So this area is made famous by a really amazing movie called Top Gun. Miramar Air Station, Tom Cruise, but we're right off the base. We're on Miramar Road on Miralani Drive, 8680 Miralani Drive. We're in an industrial park. We've been here since June 2nd, 2017 when we opened.
So our audience has seen some clips of what the inside of this place looks like. Why don't you tell us about some of the events you do here? You do a lot of events, right?
Yeah, what's great is we do events that span, it spans a pretty diverse crowd. We've had everything from baby showers here to Lululemon threw in their corporate event here, to
Wow.
yeah, Navy veteran fundraising activities. We worked to do a beer collab with this this guy who was in the military for about over 20 years, retired as a commander, started this non-for-profit called The Public Good. And it's to give money to veterans who are having transition trouble, give them money for vocational training like welding, electrician. We did a collaboration beer, released it, and we raised a ton of money for the organization here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. So Sean, you talked about your portfolio, and Max is drinking the juice. Is that right?
Max
That's
is
the
drinking.
pineapple.
He's drinking the heat
Double
right
grenade.
now.
Pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the juice.
Cheers,
That
everybody.
juice.
And this is your flight.
Flight right here.
Yeah, and so I look up on the board. Looks like you got 7 on tap right now.
Yep.
We got the vats in the back there.
Yep.
Doing their magic right now. So what do we have here?
Okay. So as everybody's looking at us, we always try to, start with a little bit lighter and try to go to darker. But this first beer we have, this is a Belgian blonde, and it's about 6.5, 6.6% alcohol by volume. Then you transition here. This is the Juice IPA, about 6.3%. Again, this is the one I talked about earlier. Then this one is an amazing brew. That thing's a palate wrecker. The reason why it's a little bit reddish is because it's a Munich base malt. That beer is 11.6% and dubbed Danger Close IPA. It's a triple IPA.
Okay.
Yep, and then jumping over here, that's our porter. It's very robust, very roasty, a little bit over 6% alcohol, but nice and well balanced.
So that's the way you're supposed to do it. When you typically get a flight, you go lighter to darker.
Yeah, typically, but when people come in here, I just tell them drink in any order. Just kind of warm your palate up. And typically these darker beers, they're better served a little bit warmer. So we have one temperature in our cold box, and the lighter beers are a little bit better, a little bit colder. So you kind of let it warm up.
So right now, today, how much beer are you producing, and where can people get it besides Protector Brewery?
So we've been pretty lucky. We closed out 2017. We produced 80 barrels of beer in 6 months, and that's the equivalent of about 20,000 pints of beer.
Wow.
So yeah, some of these.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Some of these fermenters in the back, they make about 1,000 pints in each fermenter. So we have the capacity to make about 5,000 beers a month, but we could also increase that capacity just through our operations. Our goal this year is to do between 150 barrels and 200 barrels of beer. So we're looking at 40 to 50,000 pints of beer this year.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Are you in any local restaurants or markets?
We are. Because we're organic, and I'm a huge advocate for this because this restaurant has been so supportive and collaborative for us as they opened. They opened up brand new. It's the OB Garden Cafe in Ocean Beach. They're right next to the Organic Food Co-op right there on Voltaire. Or maybe not Voltaire, but they're right off of Sunset Boulevard. And what they have is they center only on organic, and we have 2 taps down there. So we're down there at the OB Garden Cafe. Then we're also at Urge Gastro Pub in Rancho Bernardo. We're also at the Fig Tree Cafe in Pacific Beach.
Oh, I love the Fig Tree Cafe.
Oh, God. And they have our juice, so it's like a good breakfast beer anyway.
I'm always down for a breakfast beer.
And then,
Man-mosa.
Man-mosas. And then we have another restaurant. It's actually another restaurant, beer bar called the Brew Project at Hillcrest.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations on all the success.
Thank you, thank you.
What's the dream?
The dream, our 5-year vision we'll announce this right now, from today, from here, 5 years from now, our goal is to be the biggest organic beer company in California and be able to distribute beer to every organic-focused restaurant, organic-focused supermarket in all the state of California. That's our 5-year vision.
I love that.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
one thing for our Scuttlebutt Show listeners, that's the second call out in a week we've had when Phil Dana last week, our special guest, said he wants to be the HR lead for Tesla.
Yes.
So we're getting a lot of call outs. Hey, for our Scuttlebutt Show listeners, you stay tuned and we're going to make sure all these things happen. You let us know what we can do to help make that happen.
Absolutely, thank you.
Hey man, that's awesome. Congratulations. So, Sean,
Yes.
one exciting thing that's coming up for Protector Brewery is canning. Is that right?
That's right.
So we're going to get the beer can. We're going to get it put in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
And do we have one available now?
We do, actually.
Okay, let's get it in.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
So what is this? We got what are we holding here? Let's
So-
show the camera.
Right here, we have the Juice IPA in a can. It's actually this beer right here. And we've got this amazing character on the front, because we focus a little bit more on aggressive branding rather than kind of like a softer connotation of what organic usually is.
Yeah.
But that's by design. And this can right here, we did 1,000 cans for our first run. but we sold out, so we actually don't have this in stock right now, but we have a ton of empty cans that we're going to probably over the next 2 months continue to can and release out to the world.
That's something that I'm so excited about, because one thing I noticed when I came back to Protector the last time that I was here is the growler concept is great. So people can come here to Protector and grab growlers of their favorite beer, right? But the canning is going to get you a lot more visibility in like the supermarkets, and people can buy the 6-pack and all that stuff. So I can't wait. I'm going to be buying a lot of Protector Brewery cans. That is 100% a guarantee. And I look at it and I see the USDA organic.
Yep.
And really what I feel like is we cannot highlight that enough. Tell us about what it was like to get the organic certification.
God, I say this a lot, but getting our USDA organic certified beer was as hard, maybe a little bit harder than getting a top secret security clearance in the U.S. Navy or the military, which maybe it's a little scary, but it's a very stringent process. So we actually have to send everything to a third party that's non-biased, and they're separated from us, and then so we have to disclose everything that goes into the beer. And honestly, at the end of the day, what does organic mean? It means that every single thing that goes into that beer is 100% natural and nothing synthetic. So anything used in there, all the ingredients have to be grown or sourced organically, and then any processing aids have to be natural and have to follow this National Organic Program list of allowed substances. So we really can't hide anything. What you get is just pure, raw Protector beer.
And is it true, the way I understand it, that also the even what you clean the stills with has to be organic, right?
Exactly.
It's a complicated process, and the work does not go unnoticed. When you drink this, you can tell the difference. It's just a clean, refreshing feeling when you're drinking Protector beer. You guys got to come down here and check it out. It's fantastic up in Miramar.
Yeah.
So what would you tell somebody, because I know a lot of people in the Navy, in the military, in the Marines, Navy, Air Force, Army, that like to brew as a hobby. What would you tell an up-and-coming home brewer? What advice would you give them? Some lessons learned that you have? While I, meanwhile, start hitting this flight up.
Yeah. Start with that Belgian blonde. The one piece of advice that changed my perception of brewing was simply this. I'm a glorified janitor. I know I'm the founder, president, and brewer here at Protector, but brewing beer is mostly sanitation, mostly cleaning, and it's that attention to detail. So any veterans here, we're very attention to detail oriented, very checklist oriented. So you're almost set up for success with that. But cleaning this product is one of the most important factors. And you mentioned this before, because we're organic, we have to have certain chemicals in certain processes. And what's kind of nice is all these chemicals do the same thing that any other brewery's chemicals would do. But when we discharge them, they either have a positive impact on the environment or a neutral impact on the environment after they're used. So it's kind of good.
That's amazing. What a great mission. The organic concept that we're going to is so important, and it's really the only sustainable concept that we have, because the direction that we're going is unsustainable, because eventually it's going to damage the environment too much. So thank you for making this the Protector beer organic and available for everybody.
Thank you. And our biggest mission is this. We want people, there's a significant power that you have through choice, right? And for us, if you just choose an organic beer, I mean, you're voting with your dollars. You're convincing other farmers, everybody who wants to switch to organic. You're voting with your dollars. And what you're saying is, I believe in sustainability for the planet. I did this fascinating in my undergrad. I took this class called Dependency of Man on the Environment. I don't think we discussed this, but what you do is you plug in through this computer simulator. Okay, you plug in where you live, what kind of car you drive, do you buy local, do you buy organic, and what it does is it'll spit out on the other side something that just blew me away. So I lived downtown in an apartment, drove to work only 5 miles away, tried to eat organic, tried to, buy local. And the back end of what came out of that was if everybody in the world lived the same lifestyle that I did, and I thought I was living pretty modestly, it would take 3.5 Earths to sustain that lifestyle.
Wow.
So for me, going organic, it's not just about the beer. I mean, our number one goal is to show people that you can switch to organic, you can make great beer, and you can make an amazing impact on the environment at the same time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your continued service.
Yes.
Will you tell us a little bit about what our audience, if they've watched the intro to this video, what they know I'm looking at is the your ethos that you have printed on the wall here.
Yep.
People, Planet, Progression, Protector. Tell us about that.
So we have, because every company out there has this like mission statement that's probably a sentence or two, And if you ask anybody in that organization, maybe they've been there for a while and they can, you know, spit it out. But maybe if you haven't been there for a while, you don't really know what the mission statement is. And so I read this really good book called Art of the Start. And it's a fascinating, like, startup book for any veterans out there. I'd recommend that book to read. But Guy Kawasaki talks about, like, have a mantra for your company. Something that everybody that comes into your company, every employee that you have, it's what you stand for, it's your vision. So people, planet, progression, protector. It's this awesome alliteration, just the 4 Ps that we can spit out and we say, okay, everything that we do at this company should align with those 4 words all day, every day. And that's what we stand for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Van, you got anything right now?
So I will say one thing that I noticed from the moment I walked in here, it's sort of unassuming, just like all these industrial sort of complexes here in Miramar.
Yeah.
It's unassuming on the outside, but once you cross that threshold and you come in to the garage door here, you come in, it's a polished concrete floor, true to your word, very sanitary, very clean. And we had a discussion earlier. I said, hey, you guys have food, or what else can we talk about as far as what you provide here? Nothing else but beer here. There's a couple snacks here that are bagged up with some organic goodies, but there is nothing but your product here. Hand delivered, checklisted right down the list, stamp of approval, and you can really feel it when you're here. So I will say, for anybody who's looking for a place to go, a really chill place to go, that's clean, that is not only talking the talk, but walking it as well, this is the place to go. You're really about people, planet, progression, and protector. And it is evident in every corner of this room.
And I'll tell you this, I mean, when it starts with people, what we talk about is military, veterans, firefighters, police. We always give a 10% discount for anybody. If you're active duty military, if you're a veteran and you come here, make sure you tell the bartender, tell one of us that you served or in some kind of capacity, and you'll always get that discount every day.
I was going to ask you about that. So
Yeah.
it's just, again, continued support for the military service people in San Diego, which is one of the largest communities in the whole country, and veterans as well. So thank you for continuing to do that also.
Oh, yeah.
Especially being right here by Miramar Air Base, right?
We'll just say there's a lot of people in San Diego that love beer, so,
Yeah,
you
It's
know.
true. So that brings me to a good question.
Yeah.
One, I'd like to comment, it didn't occur to me until Van asked his question, that your first item on your mission statement there is people. And in the military, what's most important? What's your most important tool?
People.
Right. So it makes perfect sense you would continue to highlight that. I don't know why it took me so long to put that together, but it's really true. When you're a leader of an organization or somehow in charge of anything, you know that the most important thing is your people. Doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have, doesn't matter what else you have, you need people, right?
That's absolutely true.
And then my other question was, as I'm drinking more of the beer,
Yes.
I'm
Oh, what do you think of that, by the way?
the blonde ale is great.
Yeah.
Dig it?
It's really good.
That Belgian blonde, it's got that distinct, like, spicy character to it in the aroma, like
Yeah.
the phenols and the ester profile. That beer, it sells really well.
I'm gonna finish this one and move on to the juicy. For those who listen to the Scuttlebutt Show, you might know I do love to drink beer. It's maybe one of my favorite hobbies, and if I could go to college for that, it's probably what I would do.
And I just smelled the juice. Everybody probably just saw me smell the juice. And I don't drink, but when I do start drinking,
Yes.
if I do start drinking, I'm going to hit the juice first because it smells really sweet.
Got to juice it up, man.
Yeah,
And you know, when you come
It's
here,
got a sweet under, like behind there's a little sweet note.
there's got that, like, there's actually no fruit juice in there.
Right, yeah.
And when you come in here and talk to the bartender,
Yeah.
you say, dude, you gotta juice me,
Yeah.
man. You gotta give me the juice.
Okay, Sean. So I've been looking at the coaster here that I'm drinking off of, and I see on it bottoms up. What is
Yep.
that?
Okay, check this out. This is amazing. On the front of this, we partnered with a company called Bottoms Up. It was started by a Navy veteran. I believe he was a SAR swimmer, and his girlfriend. What they do is they do events at breweries, so they have a bunch of partnerships. And if you sign up for them, they have this really good discount that we'll offer and extend to them. But on the front of this, it has our logo. On the back of them, this is their preferred charity that they partner with. And Bottoms Up, it's actually Shelter to Soldier. So it's a very, very big initiative for supporting veterans as well. So anytime you come to an event for Bottoms Up or for Protector, 9 times out of 10, we focus mostly on veteran organizations and charities. And again, Bottoms Up, they partner with Shelter to Soldier, and it's an amazing cause.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for doing that too. So it just sounds like overall you're doing a lot of great things for the community, and I hope that us and everyone watching gets to see you grow and we start seeing you everywhere. Is what we
Absolutely.
hope. Tasting room, bars and restaurants, canned and available in all the local markets. So you're here up in Miramar. You'll find the address in the description of the video.
Yep.
But also, when are you here? When could somebody come and taste at the tasting room?
Okay, so our website has all of our hours on it, and you could also Google us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything like that, but we're open Wednesday through Sunday. If you come here at 3 p.m., you're guaranteed to hit us when we're open. But Wednesday and Thursday, we're open from 3 to 6. Oh, I'm sorry. On Wednesday and Thursday, we're open from 3 to 9 p.m. On Friday, we're open from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then Saturday, same hours, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then Sunday, noon to 6 p.m.
Okay, awesome,
Yep.
awesome. So you guys got to come down to Protector Brewery and taste this beer. It is out of this world, unbelievable. Some of the best I've ever had in my entire life. And as I'm working through this flight, it's having its effects on me.
Oh God, wait till you get to this one. When you make that transition to the Danger Close 11.6% triple IPA, you're gonna feel in the spirit world, man.
Oh, I can't, I can't wait. And we're gonna come back on about an hour and a half after we're done with this this portion of the interview, and I'll just be mumbling on the road. I love you, Sean, man. It's awesome.
It's gonna be a great beer, man. Ah.
Okay, so Sean, tell us a little bit about your staff here and your partners.
Well, when we began the company years ago, we started with myself as the president. I was in the Navy for 11 years as a SEAL. My right-hand man, he's my VP. He's Ryan Zangster. He was also a SEAL for a while, about a decade. Then we brought in 2 guys, Ryan Alice and then Mark Thorson. Ryan Alice has been marketing. He's worked in the beer community for a long time. And then Mark Thorson, he actually developed right here. He drew this.
Wow.
He actually made this logo, and we have 3 more that are going to be coming out. So he's in charge of digital marketing as well. And then we hired the right employees to come into the company. And it's been very difficult for us, but what we want to have is the right energetic match. But, you know, we hire veterans as well. So our first staff member, she's one of our best, Ashley Ott. She was in the Navy for 3 years. So when she transitioned out, we were like, do you want to be a part of the team? And she's been fantastic ever since.
That's great.
Yeah, we also hired another girl who is Amanda Grover, and she just finished college herself in economics, but she transitioned with us. And then one of the other employees that we have, her name is Alana Dye, and she's actually the daughter of a retired Navy SEAL. So we're very veteran focused, and we like to pull in the right talent. But these girls, I mean, they've done amazing things for Protector. And as we continue to grow, these girls will be with us the whole time. And so there's going to be it's really exciting in this startup phase, because as we continue to grow, there'll be different job descriptions that pop up, different tasks that need to happen. I mean, beer festivals, restaurants, tasting location, another production brewery. Yeah, so we're going to grow with the right people, and that's the most important thing to us.
Protector is just evolving and growing constantly.
Yes, all
That's
day.
Great. That's great. Speaking of the logo, can you tell us, so behind us, what everybody's looking at is the Spartan helmet. Can you tell us about that?
Yep.
And not only that, but what are we looking at? What is it made out of?
Yep. So as I'll turn to it, it's kind of pointed out, but what's cool about this little Spartan helmet is the back of it is organic black barley, like real barley. The greenery is fake, but there's a scar on the eye as you're looking at it, on the left eye, that's made out of hops. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to bring the elements of organic, but also our brand, because it's in the shape of a Spartan helmet. That's become our logo and really what we stand for, just doing the right thing no matter what, being a protector of whatever that means to you, whether it's protecting the environment, protecting the planet, protecting America through your service. We wanted to be a little bit more ubiquitous so that way people can gravitate here and understand who we really support, and that's just everything.
So this is a brewery for everyone, but this is especially a brewery for the warriors out there.
Yep.
Our service members, right?
Absolutely.
If you're military in San Diego and you haven't been to Protector Brewery, get up here right away and start drinking some of these delicious organic beers.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching this. It's been the most fun video for us to film at Protector Brewery. I'm on to the Danger Close IPA, which is, it's amazing. Sean, why don't you give us one last call out for where we can go to drink beer at Protector and what the website is.
Absolutely. So we're located here in Miramar. You go to www.protectorbrewery.com. There'll be a map of actually where we're at in Miramar. Also, Facebook, Instagram, you can Google us. And then we have a phone number there, too, to call if you have any questions, for sure.
Sean, thank you so much for hosting us here today. You've been an honor to have on the Scuttlebutt Show, and we hope we can support you in any possible way that we can while you grow to be the biggest beer company in the world.
I got to say, the Scuttlebutt Show, thank you guys for coming in here. Veterans supporting veterans. This is an amazing thing, so thank you.
100%.
Yes.
Hey, you guys got to get down here in Miramar to Protector Brewery and try some of this delicious organic beer as soon as you can. Yeah. Out here.